We'll open council time for the 23rd of October. It's Wednesday. We'll begin with a councilor roll call.
Counselor Young,
Here.
Counselor Belcott,
Here, I'm having audio issues.
Counselor Bowerman,
Present.
Chair Medvigi,
Present.
and Counselor Marshall.
Here.
Councilor Marshall, you look so lonely there. I'm sorry I didn't have time to come back. I still haven't finished my lunch. We'll go to number 2, amendments to the agenda.
None.
Thank you. Public comment on agenda items only. Anyone in the room?
Carmen De Leon,
Yeah, I'm Carmen De Leon. I go by Mello. Think you know that. Anyways, I wanted to talk about the Clearwater stuff. They had a meeting on the, I think it was the 16th or something like that. And they're talking about putting 4.3 million into just the workers, another 5.5 million into stormwater stuff. When actually I understand better now that the rainwater does not need to be treated. And so you're saving money by just capturing the water and encouraging people to have those 50-gallon tubs to capture rainwater from your own house. We get 42 inches a year, which instead of investing 5.5 millions of dollars, you could encourage people, like I've said before, have your own have your own energy source, because, you know, like the bikes I've talked about. And now I'm saying have your own water source, because when this stuff hits the fan and everything breaks down, you don't even have clean water. In my country, my parents' country, we had Pilas, so that when the tsunamis would come, they would capture the water. We've had record low water levels at Vancouver Lake. So we know it's only going to get worse. We can't let it go to waste. So if they want to put all this money into the infrastructure, just remember the Romans did it with the aqueducts, without internet, without dollars, with gravity. So if we know how to filter the water properly, in other words, the water that goes in the cars, it's filled with oil and schmuck, that goes one way, but the clean water coming off buildings and coming off those runways needs to be harnessed, because we are having severe drought issues now. So the clean water becomes that much more valuable. And then let me see other things that we talked about on the 9th, that they said that on the 18th, there was another meeting that I wasn't giving any advance notice, or I probably would have been here for that, you know? And just, let me see, what else did I have written down here? Oh yeah, it's mostly the spending that doesn't really need to be done, but I'm just saying direct your water correctly and you won't have to clean it. You just have to save it. You just have to harness it. And I know that I've told people, put your bucket out by your spout by your house. And they say that's against the law or whatever. I'm like, no, put a 50-gallon bucket by your house and save that water. Save the county money, and, you know, do it the simple, easy way. And in regards to what was said earlier, I think we would have saved a lot of problems if we would have just, people would show up for work instead of trusting in electronics, as you see, is totally unreliable, especially in an emergency situation. Everything, every dollar is worthless when there's no electricity, you know? So what good is it? I mean, the people for the hurricane know.
Spoke to. Thank you.
There is nobody else online or in the hearing room.
No one at all.
No, sir.
Super. Okay. So we'll go to old business, the minutes of October 16th and October 18th.
And taking them separately, I'll move approval of the minutes of October 16.
Second.
Second. Okay, we have a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. October 18th minutes.
Move approval.
I'll second it. Okay, any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion carries. Item number 5, new business.
None today.
Counselor reports, item number 6. Okay, hearing none. Item number 7, work session requests.
None today.
Number 8, policy updates.
Good afternoon, Council. For the record, Jordan Bogey. I do have just a couple quick items for you this afternoon. So the first thing I'd like to chat with you about is the updated Council response to the Indigent Defense Caseload Standards letter that was discussed last week at Council time. I have updated the letter based on that conversation. Really, the main change between that previous version of the letter and this one is a little bit more discussion of other potential creative solutions that don't involve, more funding. Things like what the chair had mentioned, like as in New Jersey, they do some of that pro bono work, and that is required. But I did include a bit talking about just imploring the court to, as much as possible, be creative in their approach to be able to save counties money and understand the fiscal and capacity, frankly, constraints that local courts are going to be under in response to these new proposed standards. And so today would welcome any thoughts or edits, or if council is supportive, would look to see if there are 3 thumbs up to send this over to the state Supreme Court.
I thought your letter was great.
Thumbs up here.
Perfect. Thank you, Council. And then the only other,
I think. Chair Meviji, I think you're trying to talk. We can't hear you. So if you want, you can call my cell and I can put you on speaker through the mic. But maybe Councilor Bowerman wants to continue chairing the meeting.
Or Michelle, Chair.
I think that would be Councilor Belcott.
My apologies. Yes, Councilor Belcott, if you want to take over chairing the meeting, that would be great. And Chair Meviji, if you want to chat, just call my cell.
So Councilor Belcott, now Chair Belcott in this moment. I do have one other item for you today, and that is just an update. I believe Council also received this letter, but I wanted to make sure that you all knew and the public did as well that so the Council a few months ago wrote a letter in support of Washington State, our Attorney General's office. They are looking to set up a hate crimes hotline across the state, and as a part of that, they are doing 3 pilot hotlines in Clark County, King County, and Spokane County. And they had funding to set up the hotline, but they did not have funding to do the outreach and education to let people know that it exists. And so based on that application and the letter, that the council wrote in support of that, they did receive $1.7 million in grant from the federal government to support that effort.
Right. Is there any discussion or any questions from the council? None? Sorry, I am having audio issues today myself.
I think, and council may receive this. I think I heard from Chair Meviji that we got a thank you letter on this item from the
Yes.
Attorney General.
We did.
So I think Chair Meviji wanted to share that on this particular item.
Perfect. Yes. So just wanted to give that update to you all and the public. So that will be starting up by July 1st of next year, that hotline pilot program. And those are all the updates that I have for council this afternoon.
Thank you. Looks like we're going into executive session. 9.1 potential litigation, RCW 42.30.110, paren 1, paren little I. 9.2 RCW 42.30.110, paren 1, paren G for 10 minutes. And thank you. 9.3 RCW 42.30.110, paren 1, paren G for 5 minutes. So
Yes,
that will
and
bring it.
Councilor Belcott, this is Leslie Lopez online. Just a quick clarification on 9.1, it actually is pending litigation,
Oh, pending litigation.
and there
Okay.
is possible after action on that one.
And I also, if I could, on 9.3, there's also possible after action.
Okay, thank you. So with that, that'll bring us to possibly 2 o'clock. Does that sound about right?
I think it's 25 minutes.
Probably 1:40.
Okay, I personally like to give a little extra time just in case, even though we can get extra time. All right, 1:40. All right, see you in executive session.
Thank you.
Thanks.
The chair has asked us to announce that executive session will be extended for an additional 10 minutes. An open session will reconvene at 1:50. Thank you. Good afternoon. The chair has asked that we announce that executive session will be extended for an additional 10 minutes. An open session will reconvene at 2 p.m. Thank you. The chair has asked us to announce that executive session will be extended for an additional 5 minutes. An open session will reconvene at 2:05. Thank you. Council has asked us to extend executive session for an additional 5 minutes. Open session will reconvene at 2:10. Thank you.
Chair Mavaji, we're live.
So, Michelle, I don't know if you can hear me. You can?
Loud and clear.
Okay, have we started the recording?
Chair Mavaji, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Kathleen.
Okay, it appears that Chair Mavaji can't. So Councilor Belcott, do you want to get us started? We're live.
Okay, I'm sorry, I turned my volume down because I was on my phone on the last meeting. Everyone can hear me, correct?
Yes, and we're
Yes,
live.
at least momentarily, and Michelle will take over if I lose my mic again. So we've returned from our executive session with our lawyers, and are there any motions?
Yes, Chair. I move to approve the proposed settlement agreement and release of all claims related to the lawsuit entitled Olivia Celto et al. Versus Clark County et al. And authorize the county manager to sign the agreement on behalf of the county.
Second.
Okay. And for further discussion, I just want to make two brief points. One, this is an instance that really cries out for federal tort reform because the overriding concern of insurers and counselors becomes one of risk mitigation, super verdicts, untethered from any real harm or unrelated to negligence. This is another instance of it. Our deputies acted within the law. They used justifiable force in light of the threat of deadly force, not only to protect themselves, the public, but other deputies and other responding law enforcement. We saw nothing in the facts that gave rise to anything but stellar performance by our deputies. Other discussion? Okay, let's go ahead and take the vote then. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Sounds like the motion carries. Are there further motions?
I
Yes,
move that,
Chair.
I
Okay,
move that with
go ahead,
regard,
Karen.
thank you. I move that with regard to the library membership, that we conduct interviews and therefore would receive a nomination from most of the counselors, each of the counselors, whatever, for 3 to 4 people to be interviewed.
I'll second that. Further discussion?
Point of clarification, so are you suggesting that each one of us select somebody?
The chair
The interview.
had said, had been willing to go around to the counselors in his order and ask for nominations, if there are any, from the counselors.
Okay, we can do that. That's fine. So all those in favor of having oral interviews for however nominees get 3 or more votes, which are probably targeting 3 or 4 people for the one vacancy. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed to that process? Okay, hearing none, we'll start with Glenn Young. Do you have a nominee?
Yeah, I would nominate Tim Dottie.
I'll second that.
Okay, further discussion? Okay, hearing none. All in favor of interviewing Tim Dowdy, please say aye.
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 And you're
Any
looking for 3
opposed?
votes, Chair, is that correct?
Uh-oh. Are you not hearing me again?
No, I hear you. I
Hear
was
you.
just wondering, are you looking for 3 votes?
So there need to be 3 to support the nomination. I thought I heard that, but let's do the vote again. All those in favor of Tim Dowdy, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none? Okay, so Tim Dowdy will be one of the interviewees.
Chair,
Mi-
I don't know if we're taking these in order or if.
Yeah, we
just-
were.
Oh, we
Michelle?
were.
like to nominate Irina, forgive me if I pronounce it incorrectly, Kakarina.
Okay,
Hopefully.
I'll second that. Further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
No,
Okay, so I want to, did I hear 3 ayes? Can
Yes.
some? Okay, the motion carries. So Karen, did you have a nominee?
Yes, I wish to nominate Tamara Lemon.
Okay, is there a second?
I second that.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
No,
Okay, once again, just correct me if I get it wrong, but I heard 3 in favor and 2 opposed. So the motion carries. I'm gonna go ahead and skip mine so that Council District 5 gets a nominee, maybe.
thank you very much for that courtesy. I would like to nominate Aaron Lark.
I'll second that.
Okay, further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
I,
I'm sorry, how many ayes were there?
I believe there were 2. 3.
Aye.
Oh,
Aye.
3.
Okay, all those opposed?
Nay.
Nay. Okay, so 3 to 2, it carries. So do we have enough nominees for the 1 vacancy, or do we want to
Yes.
continue on?
I move that nominations close.
Okay, I'll
Second.
second that. Okay, it's been seconded. Further discussion?
Chair, I would just say that I'm okay with that at this point, but I appreciate your willingness to forego your nomination, but I do think that if you have somebody in mind, I would like to hear it. I think you deserve the opportunity to put somebody forward.
Well, thank you so much, but I am fine interviewing 3 people. We had a lot of great candidates, a lot of great resumes. I'm sorry, did I miscount?
4, I believe.
Yeah, that's true. 4 nominees is plenty for 1 vacancy, and I don't need any. A lot of great resumes. I really thank the public for weighing in. Our library board is very, very important. So all those in favor of closing the nominations, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion carries, and I think that concludes our business. We are adjourned.